Today I'm going to show you guys the top 5 decks inside Clash Royale. We have a brand new Royal tournament and I'm going to show you guys the best decks to get you high wins. These decks work both inside tournaments and on ladder. So I really hope you guys enjoy. If you do, leave a like. Leaving a like really helps out the channel and it lets me know you guys enjoy the content. Also, if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing, and let's hop right into it. The first deck I do want to show off is Lumberloon Freeze. This deck requires no skill, very easy to use, and of course we do have the Monk and the Phoenix, two of the best cards in the game at the moment. Let's hop right into our first game and I'll show you how to play this deck. So with Lumberloon Freeze, you want to wait for double elixir time. So do not make the first move unless they do something like this. We are going to play an Electro Dragon and then Barbarian Barrel that Firecracker. We are also going to Tornado that Goblin Barrel to our King Tower, get that activated, and that's a very solid defense. We took 0 damage, and you guys can see he goes with a Monk at the bridge and wastes the ability early. Okay, dude. We just Phoenix that Monk. Very easy. We wait for the Phoenix to go in front and then we play the Lumberjack and then we play the Balloon. It's important we let the Phoenix go in front so when it turns into an egg, the egg does not get targeted and they focus my other units, letting the Phoenix respawn, and you guys can see we very easily took this guy's tower. And what more can I say about this deck? I've just absolutely destroyed this player. A very easy 3 crown. The next deck we are going to showcase is this deck here, Minor Control. This is the very best deck in the game at the moment. It was the most popular deck inside the top 200, and let's hop into a game and I'll show you how to play it. So with Minor Control, it is a control deck. You can play in single elixir time, so I am going to start with a Goblin Gang at the bridge. He goes Barbarian Barrel, that's fine. And your goal with this deck is over the course of the game, you're going to chip down your opponent's tower. That might be with the Monk's ability, that might be with your Miner, your Poison, whatever. Your whole goal is just to do chip damage and then win off that. Slow and steady wins the race with this deck, and we are going to use the Monk's ability here just to reflect the tower and get that little bit of chip damage I was talking about. Now the tower's focused on the Phoenix. I'm going to wait for the Phoenix to lose a bit of HP and then we will play a Miner. Doing that so when the Phoenix turns into an egg, the Miner's now tanking for the egg, protecting that egg, letting it respawn, and now he has to deal with a full health Phoenix on his tower. There's a reason why this deck was used so much, because it's super powerful, and you guys can see I have already won this game. In terms of defense as well, you have a super fast cycle, so you can always get back round to your Phoenixes, and again, the Phoenix is maybe the best card in the game at the moment. We are going to Miner onto his tower, play a Poison just to help out, and there we go. Going to Goblin Gang here, going to play a Phoenix, going to play an Ice Spirit, and for the rest of this game, I'm just going to defend. There's no point me going for the second tower, there's no point me getting super aggressive. I can make this a 1 tower game and win. A crazy good deck, like I said, one of the best decks in the game at the moment, and let's move on. The next deck is Mortar Bait. Once again, we're using the Phoenix. You're going to see that pretty much in every single deck, but the whole point of this deck is you have multiple ways of winning. You can become a Minor Control deck like we just saw. Your Mortar could become the win condition. You could also become kind of like a Log Bait deck where you're using the Skarmy, the Dark Goblin, and the Goblin Gang to bait out the small spell and then use the Skeleton King ability to destroy your opponent. Let's hop into another game and see if we can win. First play of the game, I'm going to go Skeleton King at the back. It's not too aggressive, and this guy goes Baby Dragon. So we are going to play a Dark Goblin here. Dark Goblin obviously going to take out the Baby Dragon very easily, and this guy goes Poison, that's fine. And then Skeleton King, okay. We are going to play my Phoenix here. Baby Dragon gets 1 hit on my tower, that's fine. And then the Phoenix should take out the Skeleton King. Going to also play a Mortar right now. We have the Phoenix protecting the Mortar, and he does go Tombstone. That's okay. We are going to Goblin Gang that Barbarian Barrel. We are going to also Fireball away that Ice Wizard. Wait for the tower to start shooting the Phoenix once again, and then we play a Miner at the back. Miner at the back there so the Phoenix can start hitting the tower, and once again the Phoenix respawns. Phoenix is now on the tower doing a ton of damage, and we will play a Skeleton King at the back. You guys can kind of see the meta. It's nothing too skillful. You just kind of let your Phoenix go in front and then you protect the egg. A very easy meta. This time the Skeleton King is protecting the egg. Going to Fireball away that Ice Wizard, and boom, there we go. That is good game. He cannot stop this. Again, in single elixir time, we have taken his entire tower, and he has barely touched ours. And that is good game. Absolute domination. And onto the next deck. This is my main deck, RG Skelly King. I have a ton of videos on my channel using this deck, so let's hop right into a game. And first play of the game, I'm going to go with a Skeleton King at the back. he goes Bandit. So we are going to play a Skarmy, and that's a-okay. He then goes Goblin Gang. Honestly, my Skeleton King is going to take care of the Goblin Gang. He also plays an E-Wiz, so he will use the ability, take care of that E-Wiz, also do some good tower damage, force out a Fireball and a Skarmy. Okay. We are going to log, play a Phoenix at the back, going to Fireball away this Goblin Bow, and same thing as all the other decks. We let the Phoenix go in front and then we play our tank. This time it's an RG. We were a bit slow, but that's okay. We are going to still get a lot of damage here, and then we will play Zappies for this Prince. Going to play a Skeleton King at the back. He goes Bandit once again, so we will play a Skarmy, and honestly, this is already game over. He goes Goblin Gang, but the Skeleton King splashes. Going to use his ability now. Obviously, that Prince is going to get eaten, and there we go. We took his tower. We will play a Royal Giant in the pocket. He fireballs on defense, but that's not good enough. Get ready to log because he might scar me, but I think he's given up, and that is good game. The next deck is Graveyard. Straight into a game, and because you are a Graveyard deck, you want to wait for double elixir time. So again, don't make the first move unless your opponent does. He goes Goblin Bow, so we will Barbarian Bow. And because he did make the first play, we are going to play a Phoenix at the back. Okay, he goes Dark Goblin and then Skeleton Bow, so we will play Goblins ourselves and then Tombstone. Going to play a Monk behind the Phoenix. Same thing as all the other games. We let the Monk tank for the egg. Use his ability so he can survive longer. The egg respawns and it's just super annoying. The Phoenix is now on his tower doing damage, and he does try to Goblin Bow my tower. Not going to work. We Phoenix the Princess, and once again he goes Skeleton Bow, so we will just play a Tombstone. We have a very comfortable damage lead, and if you do use this deck, you want to try and wait for double elixir time. Notice how I haven't been too aggressive with my Graveyard, and that's just because I've been waiting for this opportunity right here. So we are going to play a Monk here and then use his ability. He's going to reflect the Princess shots, which is super nice, doing a bit of extra damage, and we take a pretty big damage lead. Going to also play Goblins here for this Dark Goblin. He Goblin Bows my tower, so we just Barbarian Bow. Going to use a Phoenix for this Princess, and we will play a Monk here. Going to use his ability to take out the Dark Goblin. Going to also play a Tombstone for this Skeleton Bow, and we will play Zappies. Barbarian Bow away that Goblin Bow. This time we're going to poison the Dark Goblin, and this is where I'm going to build up my big game winning push. We're going to play a Phoenix here. We're going to also play a Monk in case he plays a Rocket. He didn't, but sometimes you can bait out a Rocket like that. We are going to Barbarian Bow, going to play a Tombstone, very easy. Going to play a Graveyard on his tower, and that should be good game. He cannot defend this. We will use the ability. Okay, I was a bit slow. I actually misclicked, but the Phoenix coming towards him. It's game over. He can't stop a Phoenix. Going to Barbarian Bow, Graveyard just to apply pressure, Monk at the bridge, and then use his ability. Reflecting the Princess, making her hit her own tower, and that is good game. And there we go. We went undefeated, as you might expect. Those really are the best 5 decks in the game right now, and they all have a very similar theme. You let the Phoenix go in front, and then you play your tank. You guys saw in every single game I did that, and in every single game I won. It's super annoying to deal with. It's a bit overpowered, and also just so you guys know, these decks work inside the Monk launch party as well. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, of course subscribe if you have not already, and as always, make sure you guys take care, brush your hair, and peace out. Woo!